I don't. I obviously. Yes, I do. Yes, I do have a story from Emmy night that I don't think will get me in any trouble.
Did you were at the Emmys?
I was at the Emmys and I won an Emmy. We all obviously. And what I mean is, when I say I mean the show that I work on, but like, where are it's me. It's this show is about me. I won an Emmy.
Right.
But in mixed company, I'd be like, who won an Emmy is Sid in marketing.
Right.
Remember when they marketed Rick and Morty successfully?
Yeah.
In that fateful day?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sid.
It is an award for everybody.
So you were saying...
Well, I do have, look, here, the craziest fucking thing, so we maybe I oversold it by saying that, because it's also like insidiously not crazy. It was just this odd thing, or maybe I'm listening to too many of these like creepy pasta podcasts where there's just like these little stories about little shit where you encounter, like you accidentally like open this Lovecraftian Advent window on the calendar of your monotonous life, and then I rode the subway wrong, and then the people had tentacles, and Slender Man was like, "What next stop? I have no face." And then you went back and you're like, never touch an elevator wrong.
Are you gonna tell the Emmy story in a crazy Canadian voice?
I
don't want to pimp you.
One of the things I like to do is go to the Emmy Awards. So you get sat in with your peeps, it's a big production. We got like basically a full row in this auditorium. Is sort of like you look down the row and you're seeing people that you worked with and that are there tonight that are on the show. But that's not, you don't recognize it's an entire row, so that's not necessarily a thing that you're conscious of. So Justin, because he's the cool one, shows up last. And I had been sitting there with Cody, and then there's another row behind us, and Ryan Ridley's back there, and there's people there's another whole row behind us, and people are chatting and things, and the theater slowly fills up, and Justin's like rolling in with his girlfriend, like really close to just like the lights are going down, and a guy comes out and he explains, your acceptance speech has to be this long, and if I do this, you got to do this or whatever. And it's like not a big deal, but it's like Justin's like standing in the aisle, and he's got his date, and it's like he's like making this gesture, and we finally realize, oh shit. We look at the row, and there's one seat empty, and he's standing there with his date, and he's going like, he's like making this, because we're all having to be hushed now, and he's like, and we're like, oh God, why? There's one seat open, and so then this like kind of flurry of this panic starts to happen. We're like, what could possibly go wrong? So I don't know when to reveal that this whole time in this story, there's this guy sitting there that is alone and does not work on the show, and is just sort of like, he looks like, if I was casting this movie, I would cast Jolo Trulio as this guy.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
He was an attractive man in a respectfully diminutive package. That's sort of like, it was like he's not a big bruiser. He's not a basketball player. He's like kind of like, here I am. I'm this guy. I got my frame, and I'm occupying my space. And he looked good in his suit. And he was sitting there when I got there, and I got there, pretty early. And it was like the theater was like filling up, and he was just sitting there. So like, who's gonna? There's a guy. Justin's going like, what do I don't know. And so then obviously the first thing everybody that's, like me is going to go like, okay, this must be my fault. I'm going to look at my ticket. I'm going to, and I look and I go, oh, see, and Cody's like, see, you're in the 315 and look where you're, and I'm in 13 or something like that. And she's like, and I'm in 314. And then this Jolo Trulio guy is like next to her. And it was like, and we're like, okay, all right. Well, and the guy is like, he's not participating in it. He's not with anybody. He's not distracted. He's just sort of watching it all unfold. He's just going like, yeah. And then we go. So we fight like I go 3:15, and then Cody like it's like I'm standing in 3:13, she's standing in 3:14. So like already, you know, but we're still erring on the side of caution by going. So Cody goes, "Sorry, what seat are you in?"
Damn.
And he's been watching, and he looks down between his legs, and he looks where the seat thing is, because you have to. And he's like 3:15, and we're like, okay, well, but also that doesn't explain, like just him being in the wrong seat doesn't explain anything. But him not supposed to be thereing would explain everything.
Yeah.
It would explain everything.
He didn't show you a ticket.
If he was an alien, it would explain everything, because then there would be exactly two seats that are there are the two people that are there in the full row. But no one's going there in their head. Everyone's just like, okay, so, and it's like clear, like I'm telling you, like he's not being passive aggressive, like ignoring us. Like he's sort of like fascinated by what's happening.
Yeah. Because
he's kind of helping out a little bit. It's kind of hard to describe. Sorry, I'm spilling my drink everywhere. But like he's sort of like involved. He is like he was. It was. I'm judging too much. I'm analyzing too much during the story because I'd like to analyze it forever after the story. But a footnote here is looking back on it. My perception is that his goal was to fucking blend, and you don't blend by just ignoring everyone.
True.
He also was like he was part of the fracas.
Yeah.
He was like helping out, and at one point, and he goes and then he goes, "I'm sorry, can we?" And he goes, "You want to switch seats?" And he gets up and he switches seats with me, which just skirts the issue. It's just fucking. He's like, because it gets me in the right seat. And look, we're all fuck ups here. I've been sitting in 313 my whole life, and I'm 315. Who are we gonna judge right now? And he's like, so I'm switching seats with this guy, and then he just plops down in the thing, and it just keeps mounting because it's like there's this, it's a situation where there's no authority really. Like it's not like a theater where you're like, I'm gonna go get the kid with the flashlight, like I'm gonna put an end to all this shenanigans. Someone's goddamn it. It's like it's too big a theater, and the timing's wrong, and the anxiety's wrong. Like that, you don't do that here. It feels like you don't know what to do, and so because no one knows what to do, but the urgency keeps heightening. Something happens, and something just snaps, and that's the part of the story I don't really know, because somewhere over there where this guy has switched seats with me, somebody finally has an exchange with him that very quickly gets resolved, and he goes like, and then he starts leaving, and then we're like, and then Justin and Ozzy are gonna go like sit down now, and in the wake of it, we're like, okay, cool, go. What the fuck? and then the person that was over there that had the immediate exchange was like, he said he was a seat filler.
No, dog.
I don't know
No.
what. I don't know.
No.
Someone has misinterpreted that job description.
Yeah. Ain't no volunteer seat filler.
So I'm like, so a couple of the logic tree branches here. I'm like, okay, world's most dedicated seat filler. Paul Blart seat filler, like that's the bit, is like, I was born to fill seats. I'm gonna fit. My mom always said, never leave a seat unfilled. Like it's just some perversion of a seat. That doesn't exist. That's not real. Then a cousin of that theory is, I just picture the guy like there's like seat filler culture where the guy's like, you ever hear of Dale Shannon, man?
No, Dale, what?
Season 3 of Nash Bridges. Golden Globes. Jeremy seat fills next to Melanie Griffith.
Yeah.
Don Johnson's in the bathroom. Food poisoning. Oh. Jeremy ends up going to the governor's ball with Mel. Now he calls her Mel. You know why? He became an associate producer the following week. Like, I don't. It's like these stories where you go like, Bruce Willis was a bartender, and then he said, come out to the coast, have a few laughs while he was making a drink, and someone was like, say that again, but now say it in an air vent. Okay, now be on moonlighting for 8 years, and then some Seagram's gold wine coolers, and I swear, I see you in an air vent, baby, saying that. Like, we get, Hollywood is high stakes and like crazy stories and like where the.
We should just find the dude that asked him to play harmonica and stab him in his face.
So that the guy might have been. The guy might have been, and then someone made the joke that was like when Justin rolled up. That the guy was like, yeah, nice try, rookie seat filler.
Hilarious.
Because he looked at Justin and he's like, yeah, nice. And we were laughing about that. But here's what I swear, it's rare that I genuinely believe the Crazy or More Art Bell thing. I don't think that any of that stuff explains it. I don't believe that he was a seat filler explains the thing. I think that he may or may not have technically been one. But more importantly, he was part of a fucking crazy, like, weird thing that 10 years from now, there will be a Netflix documentary not just about him. It won't be like the seat stealer. It'll be called like Seat Stealers. Like, and it'll be about the fact that like there's like 5 or 6 people that know that the guy, like, and then every award show, there's always like a big thing where like there's 60 people on stage. I always go up for that. Like they would go
Hilarious.
up because there was like this thing where they had all the Star Trek people come out and they were just talking about Star Trek for like what seemed like star dates. And I was just thinking like, yeah, if that guy could have just wandered up there and like stood next to LeVar Burton and been like, yeah. Like, and it's like, what an art that would be, but not if you did it once, but if you did it 20 times over 20 years. You just decided like, I'm going to do it till I get caught. And then if I get caught, then I'm going to just like see what I can do. Like I'll request all the footage and I'll piece something together. It's like this is art or something. He just had this look on his face. I look back and I'm like, we met a gremlin. We met a unicorn.
Nice.
We brushed with something real, something mythical.
I wish you would try that shit at the BET Awards.
God, I mean, what if he did? What if he did? And he revealed it. Like, what if he came on the show and he was like, yeah, oh, yeah, nice. Like, roll the clip. And it was like, all the more. It's like, oh, of course there's like one like white dude there and there's like little navy blue coat. Like, of course. Anyway, it just makes sense to everyone. It's just like this Zelig, thing. Like, it would be, yeah. That guy, boy, he did not want to stop filling that seat.
Yeah. I think that he fascinates you because you have a thing, perhaps, as I do, which is you wonder how someone they get those balls. How do you get the balls to sit there and entertain the idea that you might get thrown out, but that you might surf? So,
and that entwines with your fraud complex, which is like, why am I better than a seat filler? Or of course your mind's gonna go there when it's like that like any place where there's class is imputed. I don't know, that's not the word. Implied. Like your head immediately goes, what am I doing here? What am I supposed to do? And then you think, and then it's both of those things. It's like what, like how can you fucking, so if you were, it's like, would I? And didn't I?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
That's all I did. Just
crazy.
filled a seat.
Also, you kind of, it resets you. Like you said, you go, Jesus Christ, we're in the same space right now. Yours is fraud in that you're not supposed to be here.
So is mine.
And so is mine.
Yeah. and you have like some like quirky 90s indie movie thing where like I'm going to give you my dead father's watch.
Yeah.
When it stops ticking, you and I trade back or whatever. Like it's just like sliding doors thing, or like I keep filling the seat, or like Donald Sutherland comes down with a popcorn cart and he's like there's like a seat filler coupon, but it's magic, and like so like I'm like being obnoxious and doing coke and going like, at least I'm not a seat filler. I'll tell you what, I wish I could fill his seat just to show him how much more I do with it. Yo, Sutherland, popcorn! Here you go. I'm from Maine. It's lightning. Wow, wow.
Yes. Are you referencing the Marsha Mason movie?
I don't know what movie I'm. Is that what,
It's the Jason Robards comes to town, then.
Well, Jason wrote. You mean Dream a Little Dream? Was that what it was called?
No, it's this. It's a single mother. She's got a son.
Oh,
Mr. Dynamite or something like that.
Mr.
Mr.
Dynamite.
Fantastic. He comes to town and he changes this woman's life. He's a millionaire. It's ages old, but it's very similar.
Oh. No, I'm not familiar with this. I thought you were talking about like because I was vaguely alluding to body swapping things. Did you see the thing with him and Corey Feldman?
No, but apparently a lot of movies share the same plot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Magic abounds.